Oh, you gotta wipe it off. See, now it's more clear.
And your mind is free. It's Justin Bieber.
I love this song.
It's a great song.
Only one way to start out the day. Believe in your dreams. It starts with you.
Do some hand stuff. Do some show choir, happy hands or whatever that's like. Oh boy.
It's always the cheesy songs. They're always the best.
Others have had their heart broken, it seems.
We should, we're going to link that song below. That's a feel-good song.
You don't know how far you can go. Well,
that was our boy band moment.
Yeah, except no one knows who actually wrote that song. We gotta do our mic checks. Up. Turn that up. Thank you. I like to be bright. I like the sound to be all the way up. Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay then. Let's get into stuff.
Hi everyone. Happy Monday to you. Welcome to we weren't on last week.
No, we weren't. We were. One thing about Now Lifestyle, and I really appreciate it, is family comes first. And I've got a situation happening in my family right now that hopefully does not create a conflict with us being with everybody in Texas at the end of the month, but I just don't know. I'm speaking that we're going to be there and everything's going to be just fine.
Absolutely.
But I don't know what I don't know.
Yep. And what we love about this business and what we love about Joel is the fact that we actually reached out and we were like, hey man, we had something come up on Monday and we're not really sure if we're going to be able to get on for our live. And he was like, you guys take care of the family stuff first. That's so important. And we love that we build a business that allows for us to do that.
Yep.
And we love that we're aligned with a company and with leaders that also believe the same. So we are just so appreciative, but we missed you guys last week. It's so good to see you again this week in the room. Logistics here as we're popping on. I know you guys are really awesome at covering this. I know we've got quite a few of the veterans here in the house tonight, so welcome back. Our neighbor is mowing their yard, and it is dark outside.
You can't even see out there. I'm going to go out there and give him some help.
Because he's got 6 kids.
Should I open the window?
He has to mow it.
Stop it!
No,
well, I know, but this is a good point. We could just go be like, hey, why are you mowing the yard at night? Oh, because you go to work, right? I got to show you something.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but we don't have to prospect to neighbors, so it's nice.
You know what's awesome is we don't have to prospect to neighbors.
Mm-hmm. Or
even
anyone
though sometimes
we know.
I want to.
I know. Sometimes they just want you to tell them.
I cut you off.
Anyway, so logistics. If this is your first webinar, we just want to welcome you. We're Adam and Ashleigh Reeker. We are 31 years old from Omaha, Nebraska. It's a little flyover state, right smack dab in the middle of the United States.
There's no reason to ever stop or land here, so you just fly to your destination. There's plenty of reason to stop or land here. You
can come visit us, and we are away from the hurricanes and all of the craziness that's happening on the East Coast. Our heart goes out.
My parents were evacuated from the East Coast because they took a September vacation over at Myrtle Beach.
It's like our vacation spot. We always go to North Carolina.
And they're like, yeah, we're coming home because we're being evacuated.
Yep. So anyway, that's where we're at. You guys, we have been involved, blessed to be involved in this business this is our 7th full month.
7th full month.
Yeah. And it has been an incredible journey. And so if this is your first webinar ever, this is the first time you're tuning in, or maybe you joined in the last couple of weeks and you've never hopped on one of our webinars, we just want to welcome you, and you are in the right spot. And what we talk about on Mondays is a powerful piece. It's like the fuel injector for your engine.
We talk about duplication on Mondays, and here's kind of, we've been torn about duplication because
so torn.
When you're a brand new person coming into this industry, duplication is the single most powerful thing you can learn. But at the same time, if you don't actually learn the tools and the business that you're a part of, duplication doesn't really even matter, does it?
And some people don't even know what duplication is and why it's important to your business. And it's something that we're really passionate about sharing with others because it's so simple. yet it's completely profound.
Yep.
And it will catapult your business from 0 to 1,000 and beyond if you understand how to create a duplicatable system, plug into a duplicatable system, and duplicate yourself. Can you imagine a world if you were running a corporation, you're the CEO of your corporation, and quite frankly, when you have a Now Lifestyle business, you kind of are.
You are the CEO of your corporate, if you choose to be. Otherwise, somebody else is going to be the CEO, but I recommend you are.
Yeah. And have you ever heard someone say, I wish I could just clone you, or I wish I could clone this person, because if I did, all of these things would get done. Life would be amazing. And while I don't want clones of people running around because that's kind of weird, but there's something to be said about duplicating the work that you're doing into whatever you're doing, whether, I don't know, you own a coffee shop or you're building a house, let's say. Adam's a private contractor during the day and he builds homes. Do you wish that you could have had 20 of you on this last
If I had 20
project?
of me, we would have done a whole bunch more this last year and I would have made a whole bunch more money offline, which, hey, by the way, that's why we came online, so we could duplicate our efforts.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And so that's like a Cliff's Notes version of duplication and the power that can have.
So are you saying if there was more of you, like if there was 2 Ashleighs and there was 2 people doing the job,
it'd be like watch out, because we just
yeah. Wait, are you still? You haven't even started to send yet. You're just, it's so up.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Or like if I could duplicate other people, leaders in our business that are taking action and like running through the simple steps that we teach to get your business started.
Yep.
It's amazing. So
Absolutely.
Tonight though, we're going to talk about, we always cover duplication, but we're really going to talk about something that we're excited about. I'm excited.
We always enjoy talking on this topic, and I'll be honest with you guys, after about the first 5 or 6 weeks on Monday night, it was like, okay, are we confusing people? Should we just say the same thing over and over and over every Monday? Because yes, that would be duplicatable. At the end of the day, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, for the people that showed up on 8 o'clock Central Time on a Monday night, to take it a step further. Because let's be honest here, Monday night's a hard time to have a webinar, right?
Yeah.
Do you know why I love Monday night at 8 o'clock? Because one thing that
you get to spend time with me?
Well, obviously.
Oh.
Yeah. She's way prettier than me, so sometimes I'll just slide out of the way.
Some days.
But I'll tell you something. 8 o'clock Monday night's inconvenient. And success will never, ever be easy or convenient. I'll just tell it to you straight up. On Monday nights, we talk to you. This is big boy conversations. We're adults. We're people that we all want to go reach the goals that we set for ourselves. Mm-hmm. And so we talk to you, we come at you from a little bit of a different angle, and I'll never lie to you. I'll never sugarcoat it. And I'll always hopefully add value to your life and then your business, secondly. Okay. So when we get into talking about duplication is something that's not a surface level conversation. It's truly not a surface level conversation. And I think we'll get into some of that here in just a minute. Duplication, literally, like grassroots, what is duplication? Duplication is the art of doing something over and over and over and over and over again and having the exact same result every single time. Okay? Well, that's really only feasible or possible if every single person was a perfect duplicated model of yourself, right? Ashleigh said, well, what if there was 2 of me? How much more can I get done? Well, what if there was 2 of you and there was that much more to get done? Well, let me tell you something. There's like 50,000 people on the Now Lifestyle Facebook page and 40 of you are here. So let's just be real here. They're not all like you. In fact, most of them are not like you, okay? Mm-hmm. So duplication has to be learnable, and then it has to be teachable. And if I can learn something, and then I can turn around and teach it to the 49,000 people that are not here, that's duplicatable, mm-hmm. Okay? Does that mean every single person is going to do it? Nope, never said it was. Duplication does not mean every single person's going to do what you're doing, okay? Here's the thing. If you are willing to duplicate success principles in Now Lifestyle, what works, into anybody who wants to, you will see immense success in this vehicle, mm-hmm. Okay? And so here's my whole thing. When I start to build a downline, when I was brand new, it was 0. Wasn't no big left leg, wasn't any big right leg. It was us sitting in this office behind this computer at this desk with that whiteboard and that light and that hallway and that bathroom over there and that window and that neighbor mowing the yard. And that was it, guys. Okay? Telling you what, we're scratching the surface. We are so close to breaking 1,000 people on our team, like it's going to happen yesterday. Let me tell you a secret. Most people never actually start the process of duplication. Here's why. Because my first 10 people that joined me, that showed up in my holding tank, that took their credit card out, that started a dollar trial, don't care where they started, what their membership was, VIP, platinum, I don't care. The first 10 people didn't even want to hear from me. I called them. I texted them. I emailed them. I sent smoke signals to them.
And carrier
if I would have, and carrier pigeons. Yeah. Like if I would have had their address, I would have invested in a plane ticket to go knock on their door and say, hey, you just signed up for Now Lifestyle. I actually happen to be your coach. I'm not sure why you haven't answered me. Guess what? If I had stopped anywhere along the way on those first 10 people, because they didn't respond to me, we would have been like everybody else. We would have quit. We could have never started a process of duplication.
We would have said,
By the way, get your notebooks out right now if you just don't happen to have a notebook yet. Okay. If you're willing to go through those first 10 people, the first person you sponsor that duplicates you is going to be willing to go through the next 10 people. Everybody catch that? I had to be willing to go through those first batch of people that didn't want to communicate with me. But that first person that connected with us, they're willing to go through the second 10. The third person I connected with, they're willing to go through another 10. That right there is duplication. What does it mean? If I am going to duplicate anything, I first have to be duplicatable. So what does that mean? It means if I am going to get in this thing and go do it and find 1,000 people, I have to be willing to be the person that goes through the first 10 people that don't respond to me and be okay with it. Mm-hmm. Here's why duplication doesn't happen across the board. The so-called leader is not willing to go through the first 10 people because that's how small their dream is. That's how small it is. And small dreams have small followings. Big dreams have enormous followings. Do you know what happens when 1,000 people, when 10 out of 1,000 people catch that vision? It goes to 10,000. If I was to look across the board of 1,000 people in 7 months, 30 of them I would call duplicatable right now. Out of 1,000, you guys, there's still 1,000 people there, but there's 30 leaders. You know what happens with 30 leaders? 30,000. 30,000 happens. How did I do this? How did we start this? Because I know we get the question, it was like, well, you must have got some secret package. Okay, you just must have got a whole bunch of spillover, blah, blah, blah. I can be very brutally honest with you, and my coach, I think, would be cool with this. The leg I was getting spillover from, we smoked 90 days ago. It's not even close. All from what we started, right?
Yep.
Now, the funnest thing is to work both of those legs, okay? So let's get into some stuff now. Duplication and understanding, because here's what happens when you're online. It's very easy to get confused. So I'm going to touch on some key things that I really think everybody really should understand tonight, but I feel like you have something to say.
No, I was just going to make sure. Or are we also we're going to give them the secret, right?
You can give. I wish you would.
I
wish you would give them the secret sauce.
Are we going to talk about 100 people in 30 days?
Well, I was going to get to that, but I was going to get to that at the end. I was just going to make sure.
You're going to want to stick around to the end because we're gonna do a little thing. We're going to talk to you about how you can literally add 100 people to your business in 30 days.
Well, I can get into it now. I mean, honestly.
I'd save it for the end.
Okay. All right.
That's a thing.
So I want to explain something right now that may be missed. It might not be missed.
Okay.
Duplication comes down to relationships and responsibilities. Why? Because the person across from you on the internet, see, when I say out of 1,000, there's 30 people I would call leaders that I would qualify as a leader. Anybody can disagree with me all day long, and I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just not. Out of 1,000, those 30 I'm talking about, I have a personal relationship with each one of those. There might be more, there might be less. I think it's probably more. But just a good sample size. I have a personal relationship with each of those 30 people that led to 1,000.
And what does that mean, Adam? When you say you have a personal relationship, what does that mean to someone?
This is kind of my next point too. You can let whatever teaching and training system you're a part of try to, like, you can just roll it out there to the world and throw enough crap at the wall and see what sticks. I'll race you to the top.
Yeah.
Here's why. I don't care if somebody sees the most awesome training video from somebody else. I'm the guy they connected with, and when they hear it from me, they zip it and they listen.
Yeah.
And I'm serious. I don't care if Ty Lopez does the most amazing teaching video on the planet. If I'm marketing that product and someone has connected on my team and I reach out to them, they automatically shut Ty Lopez off and they only want to know what I know. I guarantee you that's the case. Now, I'm not going to say there's not awesome trainings out there. There is. If you want to duplicate yourself, you have to. You have to be willing to actually connect with people, form a relationship, which is your responsibility, and tell them, even if you're telling them the same exact things. Guys, listen. Joel Terrian walks people through the first 3 steps, okay? And Dave, they walk people through the first 3 steps in our lifestyle. I can tell you 9 out of 10 people I follow up with don't touch anything until they talk to me and hear my voice. So does that intimidate people? Maybe. I don't care. I didn't make the rules. I'm just telling you the truth, okay? See, this is kind of a big boy talk now. I don't care who is behind the camera making millions of dollars. If you want to build your team, you have to teach your team. You're going to teach every one of them? No, and here's what I don't want you to miss. You're not trying to teach 1,000 people. You're trying to teach 30 that become 1,000. You're trying to teach 30 who become 30,000. Stop acting like you can put this thing just, here we go, here's my links, internet, make me $1 million. Good luck. Stop it. Okay? And I got to say this because there's a lot of really cool stuff happening with Now Lifestyle right now. Okay? Now Lifestyle people are seeing it all around the world. They're seeing it. People making a lot of money with Now Lifestyle, or Now Lifestyle is a part of it. Cool, good for you. Okay, there is no funnel that will ever build you a business that grows beyond you. Why? Because that's not the purpose of a funnel. The purpose of a funnel is not to grow you a business that grows beyond you. You want to make a lot of money quick? Have a really awesome funnel. Okay, you want to grow a business that grows beyond you? Take that funnel, use it for its purpose, which is to funnel people into your opportunity. End all be all of that is you create a relationship and teach them what you know. Because when they're stressed out at 11:30 next Thursday night, they can't go knock on the door of that funnel and ask it questions, but they can message you.
Yeah.
And if you want to help those people and you want to prove it to them, you're going to answer the call when it comes in. And I don't care what hour of the day it is. Like I said, Monday, 8 o'clock. Success is not easy or convenient. There's ways to do this thing. There's ways to do this thing right. And then there's a whole bunch of ways that you can believe are right. And you might get a little bit, but you're not going to go all the way.
Yeah.
You're just not. But you didn't build anything. Somebody else built what you've got and you didn't. So if you want to build a massive team, I recommend you take responsibility over your relationships. If you want to duplicate, you be the person that you need to be so that when anybody looks at you, they look at you and say, well, my upline, they got through the first 10 people that didn't call them, so maybe I should keep going.
Yeah.
My upline, they answer my questions, so maybe I should answer my team's questions. My upline, they invest, into their business. Maybe I should invest into my business. Maybe, just maybe. It's
all about leading by example. That's what it's about. Like, if you want a team of people who sit back and expect for things to happen on autopilot, and you do that, you'll duplicate that into your team. If you want a team of literally ragtag entrepreneurs that love to help each other, that lift one another up, that create a community and a culture that people look from the outside in and they're like, that's special. I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Then set that example. We're not asking, like Adam and I think some people believe that Adam and I are on the phone all day, every day. We're not.
We work all day, every day at our jobs.
Yes, currently. And
Trust me.
Our entire goal is to be able to replace that income, which, guys, that's happening very, very rapidly for us. And we're very excited about it. but we don't force things that aren't happening. We have game plans set up on when those things are going to happen. We could do a whole teaching and training on that, but we won't. That's more of a leadership level. But we meet people where they're at. We encourage people where they're at, because 9 times out of 10, when someone comes to us with a question, it was a question or a concern or a thought that we had when we were first getting started. And we were so appreciative of the people that were there for us, the mentors and the coaches that were there for us in this business and in previous businesses that met us where we were, that got to know who we were as people, that didn't just treat us like a number or a commission. They treated us as people, and people who had similar dreams and values that they had. And that's why relationships are important, because at the end of the day, things can go away. Like businesses come and go. Now Lifestyle, I believe, is like
it's not going anywhere.
Truly an amazing business built on an awesome foundation. But we've seen other companies come and go. You are left with the relationships that you create, and you have to ask yourself.
People should. I hope everybody just heard what she just said.
What's that?
If your business is to go away, you know what doesn't? Your relationships.
Yeah. So important. I saw earlier today, someone had asked an awesome question on their Facebook channel with someone I recently connected with. She's an online entrepreneur, and she asked the question, do you look out for, if you're in an opportunity that's not the right opportunity, do you make the move, or do you stay loyal to your people?
Right.
And there was tons of different responses, none of which were wrong. But Adam and I come from a standpoint of, if we are connecting with people and in relationship with these people, and they're business partners of ours as a part of this company, we're always about sowing good seeds. We're always going to be transparent with people. We're never going to be hustling on the side or, whatever, because we want to duplicate that into our business. But we're transparent with our team and with our leaders.
The awesome thing about Now Lifestyle is everybody on the team is so fired up for the future of Now Lifestyle, like we are. With where Now Lifestyle is going, we're just so focused on the future of Now Lifestyle, because it's the last business we're ever going to build, in my opinion. There might be some ways to sew into it and make it better. If they are, we're going to tell our team about that. But let me tell you something right now. If you ever get into a situation where you are about the money and not your team, you will find yourself with no team and no money really quick.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about this. It's just hard enough to keep the people that don't deserve it from ever having it. Yep.
So, babe, if I'm a new person, I'm watching this, maybe I've been involved for a couple weeks and I've gotten my lead capture system set up, I'm driving traffic. How can I take what you just talked about with relationships and apply that to my business?
The first thing you're going to want to do is actually get the first person in your holding tank. Because if you want to start your team, it takes somebody in your holding tank. Now, your upline may be giving you spillover. They might be giving you a lot of spillover, but you don't have those relationships. That's your upline's responsibility, right? Because
those are their direct people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here's how we went. Now, here's the funny thing, guys. This month, in the first 17 days, we've grown by over 100 people in 17 days. From our first month in this thing, we made $78. Let me tell you, there was not a lot of people coming on. Our second month in this thing, I think we made like 300. Our third month, we made close to 400. My third month, I got mad. I understood duplication. I understood how to do it. Thing was, I didn't understand I didn't understand my responsibility in creating the machine. Okay. And so I literally asked Daniel Kump, I'm like, dude, tell me right now, honestly, like no BS, tell me the truth. What do I have to do? Like, it's April right now. I want to make $5,000 a month by August. What do I got to do? And he said, dude, you know the answer to this. It's more people. And I hated that answer. It made me mad. I was like, you know what I mean? I mean, literally, what does it need to look like every day? And he told me what it needed to look like every day. Let me tell you the truth. Said I need to have about 50 new leads a day. About 50 new leads a day.
New subscribers opting into your lead capture system, landing on your list.
Yep. And so I said, dude, okay. Wish I wouldn't ask you that. Okay, maybe I just want to make $2,000 a month by August.
No, but here's the thing. Then you ask yourself, okay, well, we had to step back and ask ourselves, what does that take? Like, what kind of effort does that take? And what did it take?
For us, it took investing in our business a little bit more.
And it took consistent traffic coming to our business.
Yep.
If you're a McDonald's franchise owner and you open your McDonald's and you don't tell anybody about it and nobody comes to your McDonald's, you're probably not going to be open very long. I've never seen a McDonald's have that happen.
Yeah, that's a bad example.
But if you're jam slammed every single day selling Shamrock shakes during March and whatever apple pies or whatever the heck they sell, and
I'll tell you though,
infested foods, but you're going to be in business for a long time.
Back to what I was saying,
your business.
We committed to it.
Yeah.
We never even hit 50 subscribers a day, and we smoked $5,000 a month 90 days later.
Yeah.
That's a little tip for you.
Yeah.
Okay? But here's what we did. We started going through that first 90 days. There wasn't much traction. Like there just wasn't. People would come on and quit. You know why they quit? We didn't follow up with them for the first 2 months. Okay.
Not properly.
Not properly. We didn't know how to. We were like, here's an email. Welcome.
We did our emails. Yeah, we did our daily emails to people.
So here's what we did. We started to understand like, hey, we're growing. We grew by 10 people this month. And so what we did the next month was like, let's go grow personally by 30 people. And we grew by 30 people. Those first 10, they only knew what we taught them in the Now Lifestyle system. Half of them grew by a couple of piece, right?
Yeah.
And then in the 5th month, we literally grew by 50 people personally. But then there was like 20 of these people that all added. Like they all added, right? They all added a couple of people of their own. So if I'm growing by 50 and then there's like 20 people growing by 40, what just happened? Okay. The 6th month in the business, we actually grew by 70 personals, I believe. And then we had like all of that first group of 10, right? We had that second group of 20. And then we had this other group of 30. They were all doing what we taught them. So our numbers went from, no, seriously, from 300 to 600 in maybe 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing that happened. Then we got to this last month and we just upped it. We just kept going. So we've grown by 50 or 60 people. That last group of people that we brought in has grown. The previous month has grown even more because they know what they're doing. That first group of 10 now has 300 or 400 people in their downline. That's how it's done. Understand this. This has to happen with you first. It has to happen within you first. You have to understand how powerful the first 2 people you bring on are. And I'm not talking about this month. I'm talking about if you just rely on those first 2 people you brought in on month 1 and you say, okay, let's go. Just going to ride this pony. Let's see how far they take me.
Not very far.
Good luck. If you take those 2 people that you sponsor and you showed them that personally the next month you personally brought on 10, now all of a sudden the standard for them is 10 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens when you go in the 3rd month, and you grow by 20 personally? Well, now all of a sudden you've risen the standards of the first couple that you brought on. Like, oh, they're growing by 20. I only grew by 3 last month. The second group of people, they only know that you bring on 20 people a month personally. Well, what do we do when we get in the 4th month? Because you stay consistent. Well, shoot, I'm going to bring on 30 or 40 people. Well, those 30 or 40 people that you just brought on the next month, they only see you as bringing 30 or 40 personals on every single month. And what happens is you just keep building the standard of what you're doing. Why? Well, you're going to get some more money. And what you do with money is invest into your business. And I'm telling you right now, if you duplicate investing back into your business, you will freaking move mountains. Not in your life, but in your newest person's life. Because if you're not willing to do it, you cannot tell them to do it. Mm-hmm. I got off a phone call. Sorry. I got off actually a text message thread. It was one of the most real conversations I've had with a guy that's been in business with me for honestly 10 years.
Yeah.
And I had to really get honest with him tonight and tell him, I'm like, flat out, stop lying to yourself. And number 2, stop lying to me. And he just said, thank you. Thank you for just saying that to me, because that's exactly what's been going on. Mm-hmm. Like he's seen us go from 0 to emerald in several $1,000s a month. And this team, like, dude, you were literally with me day 1. What's the difference? Okay. I kept going. He had excuses. You don't have excuses if you want to be free. And if you don't have excuses and you get free, how many people are you going to pull with you? How many lives are you going to change? See, we can only inspire so many people. But I'll tell you what, Wanda Levy's on here tonight. She can inspire 10,000, right? Jerry's on here tonight. He can inspire 10,000. Stan the Man's on here. He can inspire 10,000, right? Mm-hmm. Every single one of you. You already separated yourself from the masses. Now what you have to do is go do what works consistently. But I'm telling you and I'm challenging you right now, raise your own personal standard if you want to duplicate. People will duplicate none of what you tell them and half of what you show them.
Say that again.
People will duplicate none of what you tell them and half of what you show them. Yep.
So what do you show them?
Here's what I show them. I show them how to set up their LCS and drive traffic to their LCS. So we just went from super deep to super surface level, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You have to. You have to have a deep purpose and a really easy duplicatable system. Well, just because it's a really easy duplicatable system doesn't mean you have a deep purpose behind it until you understand who you are, in my opinion, whose you are, and what you're willing to do with those two things.
Nice work out of you.
Okay. That was my, hopefully that was good.
Did you guys get some value from that? Give us an applause. Just throw some A's up if you got some value from that. You guys, sometimes I just sit here in awe at the man sitting next to me. Oh, look at that. You guys rock. Thank you. I seriously do. Adam is like this. This is not an act.
There's no way you're talking about me.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Yes, I am. Sorry. This is him all the time. Like I get this level of passion all the time.
Usually we're not talking about duplication.
We talk about business
we just might
a lot.
be talking about her pretty new nail color.
No, this man is like literally the people that we work with on our team. He talks more about the game plans for our leaders and where everyone is at. Like I can ask him at any point in time what the game plan is or where we're focusing on in our business. And he knows exactly. And he knows every relationship inside and out. Like he thinks more about our business like than I think anyone does. And I believe like I do, we're equal partners in this. We're 100. We keep it 100. That's what we do.
We keep it 100.
But this, like what you see, this is normal conversation for us at the dinner table. And I just want to tell you that.
Actually, that's true.
Real.
I'm sorry. I should tone it down.
No, you shouldn't. But I love being married to a winner because he will never quit. And ever. And I know that at the end of the day that when he is talking to people, he has their absolute best, their best interests at heart. Because when we come here and share with you, it's not just a lukewarm version of, we can teach you how to set up your lead capture system and drive traffic. We have tons of videos on it on YouTube if you want to go check that out. If you want to go check out how we do follow-ups and one-on-ones with our people, you can like literally look up Adam and Ashleigh Reeker on YouTube and all of that stuff is right there for you. But when we get this, when we have an opportunity to talk to you guys live, we want to be able to help pour into you. And sometimes you'll find that I just take a back seat and I just watch the magic unfold because he states this in such an eloquent way and sets the bar higher than anyone I've ever met. And it's not just because he's my husband and I love him a bunch, but you guys, what you're seeing today, this couple was not always this way. And you'll get to hear some of this at convention, at conference when you go October 4th through the 6th. When is that? It's like in 2 weeks. We're going to be down in Texas.
We'll be there on the 3rd through the 6th or so. I don't know.
But some of what you just saw here and some of what I almost just started sharing with you, you're going to get a really in-depth look at who we were, where we came from, and why we keep going. Because this, if at any point in time, with our first 10 people in Now Lifestyle, we had said, nah, this isn't going to work. People aren't responding. No one's putting in their phone number. No one's responding to my text messages. This would not be happening.
Yeah.
People like Stan, Wanda, Donald Leith, Tara Roberts, Jen Weeman, Derek Nelson, Derek Tellis, these people that we've been able to create relationships with that are leaders on the team that we're a part of, they wouldn't be here. And you guys wouldn't be here with us right now. You might be listening to someone else.
Yep.
So if at any point in time you're like, well, I just want to learn the meat and potatoes, you guys, the meat and potatoes is on Now Lifestyle for you to learn. You just have to go in and watch the videos. You can check out videos on our YouTube channel. I saw Dave Gardner was in here earlier, one of the best coaches at free traffic in the entire world.
Which makes him just a heck of a good coach and Now Lifestyle in general. That's why he's got the team that he's got.
Mm-hmm. It's true. And it's growing like crazy. So that was my spiel. That wasn't even a spiel. That just came out. You guys were so excited to be able to get up here every Monday and just talk to you. I forgot to say at the beginning, we always do a Q&A at the end. But you wanna run through growing. You talked about game planning. 100 people in 30 days.
Well, I actually did tell them how we got there, starting with literally you being the example and you raising your bar every month so that your audience or your team can watch you do it. Now, if you don't connect with them and you don't have a relationship with them, you don't really have an audience. Good luck with your broadcast emails, because those are not for your existing team. Those are for the people who have not come on yet. With your existing team, I recommend having a face on the internet. It's important you have an online business, right?
And have your brand. Yeah.
You always know the people that have worked on themselves and who have a real dream. It's the people that sometimes don't get into the nuts and bolts of their business. When I was very young, I used to get so frustrated, you guys. I'd like go to a convention or a conference. I'd be like, when is this guy going to tell me how to build this business? Seriously. And then I got to a point where somebody pulled me aside and he's like, Adam, if you don't have a dream, knowing how to build this business really isn't going to matter. And that's kind of what I've always grown off of. I developed my dream and all of a sudden I understood things like duplication. Why? Because I paid attention to stuff. Because I focused on things. Because I watched the trends. Because I watched what was happening in this leg. And then I watched what was happening in this leg. And I said, okay, I didn't do this in this leg last month. That's why my result is this. Or I really focused over here and that's why it looks like this. Duplication. Learnable and teachable. Here's how you really duplicate it. You get in depth in your downline. I challenge every one of you to have a relationship 200 levels deep. Brand newest person, 200 levels deep. Why? Because if you go help somebody 200 levels deep, fire freaking burns up, people. And when I go work in depth, everybody upline wins. So I would say it's a pretty good idea to keep driving depth in your business. Anyway, how do we get there? We literally, our first goal was, I'm going to go put 100 people in my team. I don't care where they're at. I'm going to bounce back and forth from left to right, left to right, left to right. And I'm going to go find 10 of them that just have a pulse. They don't even have to want to even do this. They just have to have 98.6. Like they have to answer my phone call or they have to be able to grunt when I ask them a question. It's all I wanted out of the first 100. And I'm serious. And what we found out of that first 100 was about 5, but they were really, really, really awesome. And that 5 grew to about 250. And out of that 250, my game plan didn't change. If I'm going to go grow by another 100, I'm going to go try to get another 10 people that want a relationship with me. Now, understand, because you might miss this. I wasn't asking my downline or my 2 people I sponsored month 1 to go give me 200 people. Heck no, I want that responsibility on me. I personally am going to go find 200 people. And that is the secret right there. If you missed it, I'll say it again. I personally was going to go find 100 and then personally going to find 200, because when you do that, your team's watching. And you now give them permission to go do the same. And when they go do the same, it's real easy for me to identify places in my downline that I want to give massive spillover to.
Yep, exactly. And logistically speaking, for those of you that are new or newer, when Adam talks about like we personally went and found 200, we didn't go shake 200 people's hands.
No, we have a business on automation. They came to me.
Yeah.
Like we ran enough traffic consistently enough. We did broadcast emails, like I'm talking every single day. And not just garbage broadcast emails, we put thought into them.
Mm-hmm. They added value to people's lives. We tapped into the traffic sources that Joel provides with Facebook leads, with guaranteed paid signups. We had amazing qualified people coming through in guaranteed paid signups. We did some email marketing with solo ad providers. We did some free marketing on our own as well through YouTube and Facebook and different avenues. What we certainly didn't do was go hit up our friends and family on Facebook.
They're all asking me what we do. And
we did that way back when in our past network marketing days. And when we came online, it was like the door was open to reaching outside of our normal market. And we were so excited about it.
So here's and I'm going to give you guys a secret. I've said this several times, but you have to hear things. I have to hear things about 30 times. You guys probably like twice. Okay. The smartest thing you can do after you set up your LCS is get traffic running to your business. And I'm going to just say it. What's the fastest way to run traffic through your business? It's paid advertising, okay? I'm not telling, we don't do all paid advertising. We do paid and free.
Look at that. That was quick.
the fastest way to do it, and here's what if I'm coaching a brand new person, which were like 6 of them in the last week that are killing this.
Oh man.
The first thing I'm doing once I get my LCS set up, before I go look at anything, like I'm going to go do a solo ad. Why? Oh, because I now have a globally launched business on autopilot and there's traffic running to it. So that's taken care of. The lead capture system is going to send the first 5 emails. So I signed up, got my LCS set up, got solo ad traffic running, because that's totally hands off, guys. What am I going to do next? I'm going to learn about things like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Facebook leads, okay, guaranteed paid signups. And I don't even teach broadcast emails until people on my team have subscribers opting in, because now I have a reason to teach it. I don't teach things that there's not a reason to teach. When I'm taking someone through the process, they don't know anything about broadcast emails until they've got traffic running, right? And they have people opting in. Well, what do I do next? Well, the next thing we're going to want to do, friend, is broadcast emails. By the way, when you had that traffic running, what else did you learn? Did you learn anything else? Oh yeah, I started thinking about setting up a YouTube channel. Awesome. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna actually let the lead capture system follow up with these first batches that came in. We're gonna teach you broadcast emails. I want you to run another solo ad, and I want you to set up that YouTube channel.
Okay, so that was a lot of information. Don't let that overwhelm you. Just know.
Watch it again.
Basic steps. The basic steps. You guys, here's one. Our girl Janet Loureiro, our old Canadian friend up north, teaches you how to get your business up and running on Thursday nights.
Sorry, Jason, I do talk too fast, but I talk too fast because I want you to listen faster.
You used to get on me for talking fast.
Jason, I'm just giving you credit.
We would get off the webinars and Adam's like, Ashleigh, you talk way too fast. You talk way too fast. So I've slowed my roll and we switched spots.
I'm just trying to get people to listen faster.
Over time.
Totally kidding, man.
Janet rocks. All right. That's it, you guys, in a nutshell. That was really good, babe.
Okay.
All right. So I saw some people dropping questions, and I promise you, we will always do Q&As at the end. So if you've got questions, let's drop them below. We will try to keep up. There is no question you can't ask. Short. I will say in closing, there is a reason that I teach fast. Why for? Because everything I want to duplicate needs to happen fast. And I know that sounds kind of crazy. And yes, there's times in trainings where I'll just, like if I'm doing a one-on-one session with you, I'll just kind of talk to you monotone like this, and we'll walk through it step by step by step by step by step by step. I'm not monotone. But in reality, the reason I'm talking so slow is because I want you to understand how to do this thing fast and how to duplicate it fast, because you have a fast-growing team, then you're going to make money fast. Anyways, then I'll just slow back down like this and say, hey, want to make sure you get solo ad traffic running to your business. And the reason you want to get solo ad traffic running to your business is so that you automatically have your business set on autopilot. So then we can slow down and we can learn other forms of traffic. Oh my gosh, you're boring me. See? See? Did everybody catch that? Everybody catch that? Was that boring to you? Yes. Okay. That's good stuff. It was kind of boring. All right. I'm going to try to keep up with questions. Actually, I'm going to make our screen a little bit smaller so I can keep up with some of these. All right. Milton asks, what do we say or do on our YouTube videos? Well, here's a really awesome thing. This is called, and we learned this from our coach, Invest, Learn, Teach. It's an acronym, ILT. Every time, and literally, we have a whole training platform that we rolled out as we learn things. Every time that we learned a new thing about Now Lifestyle or about online marketing, we didn't squander it. We wanted to be very productive with it. So once we learned something new, we shot a YouTube video telling the world what we just learned. Mm-hmm. Probably a bazillion people already understand and knew what we just learned, but I had never shot a video on it before. Nope. So here's a little inside baseball for you, Milton. ILT, I'm sorry, not ILC. Invest, Learn, Teach. Teach, yeah. One of the first videos we shot was actually an overview/review of Now Lifestyle. We had been in for a month. I sat down in front of our computer and I shot a video and I screen shared. And I just walked through the system, like maybe a 5-minute overview of the system. Friend says, hold on. Oh, sorry. We'll get you in a second because I like your question. Jason asks, what if I have someone in my downline but no phone number for them? All you can do is send them an email, dude. Jason, just know that the right people will reach back out to you. The people that want help will reach out to you. If they're not reaching back out, if you're emailing them or calling them, if they have a number, we text people and they don't respond, we don't worry about it. We do not worry about it. Wanda says, so Adam, tell us about what we should do on a daily basis, weekly and monthly. Okay. Well, we set monthly goals, but we break them down into daily goals.
And with that, we don't build this every single day of the week. Okay. Friday nights, we have date night. Saturday, we try not to do anything. So we start our weeks on Sunday. And on Sunday, now this wasn't, our game plans change. Your game plan will change as your business grows. When we first started, you know what our first goal was? To actually get someone in our holding tank. You know what our second goal was? To actually get someone in our holding tank that connected with us. Here's what our third goal was. To get someone in our holding tank that connected with us, that did what we told them.
Which is set up their lead capture system and start driving traffic.
And then our next goal was get 2 people in our holding tank that listen to us, that do what we tell them. And then our next goal was, what if we had 3 people that we sponsored this week? When we first started doing follow-ups, we did 1 a week for the first month. The next month, we did about 3 a week. The next month, we did about 5 a week. And this, we do like 10 a week, not just ours, but now we do actually do group follow-ups for our downline. So everybody invites their team in to 1 follow-up.
Yep. And that for us, we could get into.
But what do I do? What did we do daily originally? We learned something new every day.
Yeah. And we implemented it. And we set, like Adam talked about, we set these small goals for ourselves. I remember the first time we had someone in our holding tank, we were freaking out. We were so excited because it was like, this thing is working. And I don't even think that person like reached back out to us.
Actually, the very first person that we sponsored is still a paying member today, and I've never talked to him. Nope, different one.
Okay. There's a couple of them that are out there that I look at and I'm like, oh.
So Wanda, weekly, it just depends on where you're at. If you're brand new, your goal is to learn something new every day and implement it.
Yeah.
Or when we're brand new, we learn something new like every 4 days and implement it. Weekly, we always want to look back on our week and know that we moved forward and then have a game plan for the next week.
Yes.
And if you do this every day and every week, at the end of the month, you're going to be able to look back and say, okay, I moved forward.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next month, you're going to raise your own standards, okay? And it's going to be, yes, I'm going to learn some stuff, but you'll come to a point really quick to where you already know what it takes to grow your business. You just got to go put it in action. Most times that's traffic.
Yeah.
Somebody asks, what do you do for traffic if you don't have a lot of money? 2-hour video all about free traffic,
yeah.
Okay?
Is that this one?
Who generates the leads? Okay.
Was that this
Who
one?
do we use to get paid leads? The cool thing about Now Lifestyle is the CEO and president, Joel Terrian, does a lot of marketing for us. Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah. Actually, I was going to screen share on this one. So friend.
You don't need to screen share tonight because it might not work.
I can do it. It's super quick.
Okay.
I can totally do this. All right. So I'm going to start sharing. All right. So you asked, where can you find the leads and things that happen? So I'm in the back office of Now Lifestyle right now, and I am under reseller tools. There are 2 things. Joel actually drives traffic in 2 different ways, via guaranteed paid signups, which you can purchase. These are a little bit higher price point because these are signups that are coming in. They've already paid. They've already said yes to Now Lifestyle. The other one is via Facebook leads. So if you ever see ads on Facebook, Joel is actually doing this as a part of Now Lifestyle. Now, these are leads that are coming in that you want to personally follow up with via text and email. You can even call them as well. And these are free members that are coming in that can easily upgrade. So that's 2 ways to drive traffic to your business, depending on what your budget is for traffic. The other way that you can that you can learn how to do some free traffic methods, I would say, is actually our friend Dave Gardner, who is on this right now. If you go to underneath your dashboard and select business, I'm going to kind of just drive through this. And underneath where it says step 1, start here, scroll down to number 6 and free traffic sources. There is is it 2.5 hours?
It's over 2 hours
of training on free traffic. I would definitely go check that out. Boom skis.
Back to chat.
Back to chat. All right. That was all right at the bottom. Okay.
All right.
Let's
see. Someone said, let's just see where we're at.
Preview. After setting up the LCS, which campaign should be set up for Facebook and guaranteed paid?
You don't need to set up you don't need to use one of your funnels for those. Those are leads that are already done for you. You just get to purchase them and they show up in either your email or your email and your holding tank. So you don't need to run traffic to the guaranteed signups. They're already done for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You can like purchase them.
So April, this is a logistical question. She asked how you sign your W-9. So you actually need to fill out, if you're a USA resident, you need to have your W-9 filled out and submit it to support. And you can easily just print that off, and you can either take a photo of it and submit it, or if you're able to scan it and email it into them, you can do that too. There's also online signature free stuff that you can use. I would literally just Google that if you can't print it.
Okay. Someone says they need serious help. They cannot set up through LCS. I think you can. You might want to reach out to the person who's your sponsor. And if you don't know who that is, then open a support ticket and they will tell you who your sponsor is.
Mm-hmm. Also in the back office of Now Lifestyle, if you watch videos number 1, 2, and 3 that are listed under step 1, actually video number 2 will walk you through how to set up your lead capture system. Just an FYI. Sometimes you just got to slow down in order to speed up.
You have to slow down and talk really slow before you can talk really fast.
That's true, actually. That's very true. And friend is Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Nice to see you.
Scroll down. I never needed my sponsor. I'm bold, baby. I appreciate that, Brett. I've been the same way in the past, but I'll tell you what's really awesome to have somebody on your side. You got the whole Now Lifestyle team on your side, so you're good.
Jason asks, is Udemy the best solo ad provider? So Jason, that's a great question. Udemy,
that's complex.
So Udemy is actually a platform that solo ad providers can plug into, and they essentially can sell their traffic there. I would certainly do your research before you just go out and pick any solo ad provider. There are ways to do that. The easiest way would be to read through their reviews and just make sure that people are leaving positive reviews stating that they got their clicks delivered. They had sales as a part of that. Udemy is a good resource. You just have to make sure that you find the right solo ad provider,
Yep.
which sometimes just takes testing. We scroll down.
Jerry, okay, so Jerry asked, should you personally touch base with all leads that come in, or when you personally reach out to them? Honestly, my broadcast emails do all the work until someone hits my holding tank. The only people I personally reach out to, like via email, outside of my broadcast emails or phone, is people in my holding tank.
Yeah.
I let the broadcast emails and the LCS do the rest of the work.
Yeah. But if you do, not to confuse that though, if you do purchase Facebook leads, there's an entire, actually, where you can purchase those Facebook leads. Joel tells you about like how you should follow up with those people. But leads, people that are just subscribing to your lead capture page and opting in, you don't need to follow up with them until someone hits your holding tank, like one-on-one.
Jason, if this is a Jason that's on our team.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Is this Jason Seacrest or a different Jason? Just honest question.
Jason Ulema.
Yeah, Jason Ulema. But
Okay.
no, sir. Okay, Jason. Here's the thing with Udemy. Ashley just said it. We are always testing, so we don't. Honestly, God's honest truth, I don't know who the best person is.
There's tons of them out there. Nice. We answered all the questions.
I think we answered them all.
That's beautiful.
We've been going about an hour. I think
yeah,
we're good.
It's good.
Time just flies when you're hanging out with like-minded people, too. Seriously.
It's been good.
What is the holding tank? That is somebody that has actually began a $1 trial or paid up for, or signed up for a paid membership. If you go to Reseller Tools, go to the left-hand side, go click on the business. It'll be a drop-down bar. You'll hit downline. And once your downline comes, there will be something that says holding tank. It'll be their personal name, their email address, and their phone number. That's somebody that's signed up for your team that you want to place somewhere in your matrix.
Do you think someone's going to remember that?
If they rewatch this.
Okay. That's true. That is true.
See, he got it.
Love it.
She. Sorry, I apologize.
Sharon.
I don't know why. I don't know why I would take that as a he. I apologize.
Yep. Dave says every traffic provider can give different results with different pages.
Yep.
That's why you test. Yep. Awesome.
Sharon Fowler, I apologize. How do I change friend to name? I'm not sure.
when you log into this conference next time, just enter.
You can
your
enter
name.
your
You got it. Yeah. Great question. All right, you guys. It was so great to hang out with you tonight. Please feel free to drop us some applause or whatever.
Do it for Ashley. I probably didn't do that
for
good.
this guy. You got some value here tonight. We do want to give a shout out if our friend Carlos is on. Carlos is awesome and typically likes to, you guys rock, typically likes to record this. And if he does, Carlos, if you can drop this in the Now Lifestyle group, we'll make sure that it gets approved and posted so folks can refer back to it if they need to.
Carlos has got to be a moderator in that group by now because
Right?
he is awesome.
Exactly. You're well, Sharon. That's the only way we know how to be is real. So you guys, please feel free to check out tomorrow night.
We have a
personal
YouTube channel by that tag also.
We
Which
do.
Is kind
We
of
have
interesting.
Please feel free to check out tomorrow night. Our personal coach and mentor, Daniel Kump, will be on live at 8 p.m.
What is that?
Central, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Daniel typically will be interviewing
7:30 in the morning if you're in Asia.
No, but typically interviewing new people, folks that are hitting the leaderboards, making things happen in their business, leaders in business. And I don't know who he is interviewing tomorrow night, but you guys will want to make sure to check it out. So we hope you have an amazing week. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey, listen, before you head off.
What's up? You're going to get all serious.
And I mean it. Everything you do in this business needs to be on purpose for a purpose. Okay? Keep the important thing the important thing. Because you know that the important thing is your purpose. All right? We love you.
See ya.